including with a win last Saturday night against Ashland, 78-75 in overtime. Well, Terry Rosinski's Lady Dons come in 7-2 in this conference, second place tie with a couple of our clubs, chasing Northern Kentucky, who leads the conference with an 8-1 record. And Lewis, as we mentioned, seventh place, 3-6 in the GLVC. We mentioned a little bit before tip-off here, Steve. This has to be somewhat of a mild surprise. The Lady Dons, I think, were preseason picks. They're kind of in the middle of the pack, and I know Terry Rosinski's very pleased at this point of the season. Now we're going to have our starting lineup. Just about set for the lineup introductions here. We expect the normal lineup for IPFW tonight. The standard cast, and of course, the bench playing a key role as the bench has in the last 10 ball games for Terry Rosinski's Lady Dons. Adam Hyde, coach Lewis.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the IPFW Multi-Purpose Athletics Center and tonight's GLVC contest between Lewis University and your IPFW Lady Dons. First, let's meet the starters from the visiting team, the Lady Flyers of Lewis University. They come in at 3-6 in the GLVC, 8-8 overall. At one guard, a 5'8 senior from Naperville, Illinois, number 11, Krista Eshu. At the other guard, a 5'9 junior from Romeoville, Illinois, number 22, Lisa Robinson. At the center position, a 6'2 senior from Bolingbrook, Illinois, number 24, Jackie Wayne. At one forward, a 5'10 freshman from Lombard, Illinois, number 40, Ann Hoving. And at the other forward position, a 5'10 freshman from Elmhurst, Illinois, number 42, Bonnie Richrath. The head coach for Lewis University is Patty High. She is assisted by Susie Quain and Julie Harris. And now the starting lineup for your IPFW Lady Dons. They come in tied for second in the GLVC, 7-2, 14-4 overall. At one guard, a 5'5 senior from South Bend, Indiana, number 20, Dawn Harbaugh. At the other guard, a 5'9 junior from Fort Wayne, Indiana, number 24, Lisa Miller. At the center position, a 5'11 sophomore from Jeffersonville, Indiana, number 43, Pam Edwards. At one forward, a 5'9 junior from Huntington, Indiana, number 35, Shelley Sands. And at the other forward, a 5'9 senior from Summitville, Indiana, number 45, Robin Scott. The head coach for IPFW is Terry Rosinski. She is assisted by Amy Heil.
Well, Steve, we got a couple of excellent scores in this ball game. Both ball clubs. Lisa Miller, of course, comes in averaging almost 23 points a game, and Krista Eshu averaging likewise 22.9 points a game. So it'll be interesting to see who gets the better of who here in the ball game. And of course, Robin Scott enjoying a great year as well. And looking at the lineups, one key matchup may be the height advantage that Lewis has at center. Their center, Jackie Wayne, is 6'2". She's matched up against Pam Edwards, who's only 5'11", although the Lady Dons have a pretty good even height advantage across the line. Three players at 5'9", and of course Dawn Harbaugh, 5'5" at guard. Shortest player on the floor for Lewis, though, is only 6'5". That's Krista Eshu, the leading scorer. We're about ready for action. Right you are. Jackie Wayne and Pam Edwards will jump it up, and tip controlled by the Lady Dons. Robin Scott side to Miller, and the ball picked good. She got it and then had it stripped away by a shoe. Long pass up course to Robinson, knocked away by Harbaugh. Loose ball picked up by Wayne. Just getting started here. Lady Flyers on the offensive set. Robinson underneath will fight her way up. No good. She got her own rebound. Will double pump and score. So an excellent start for Lewis as they enjoy a 4-0 lead, and they immediately go into some backcourt pressure, and they come up with a steal right in front of the bucket. There's Hoving from the corner, up and in. And Hoving with a basket, and it's a 6-0 game. Terry Rosinski cannot be delighted with this start, and it looks like this backcourt pressure bothering the Lady Dons. Finally, Lisa Miller on the breakaway will put it up and in off the glass to make it 6-2. Richrath a long pass down to Ashu, and she scores. So it's 8-2. Up tempo right now. Lewis enjoying a 6-point lead. Shelley Sands will control things a bit to Harbaugh out front. There's Miller. She'll shoot from the left wing. No good. Rebound battled, knocked out of bounds. Lady Dons will get the ball.
Shelley Sands kept that in play and actually knocked it off the Lady Flyer.
So the Lady Dons off to a slow start. Work it around. Scott inside Edwards. Good position. Did not shoot. Had the ball stolen away by Krista Ashu.
She had Lisa Miller open for just a second.
Long pass and knocked out of bounds by Miller.
Good hustle.
And she actually knocked it off one of the Lewis players. So great heads-up hustle there by Lisa Miller, and the Lady Dons will get it back. Attack this backcourt pressure. Sands trapped, gets it to Edwards across midcourt. Miller driving on the way, lays it up. Robinson out front. Miller on her. Inside Ashu, up and no good. Rebound battled for and finally controlled by Robin Scott. Cross courts it to Harbaugh. Now Harbaugh will set it up. Looks like Lewis is in a 2-3 zone. On the right baseline it goes to Edwards. Spinning, got around her man, and foul called on Robinson. So Pam got it in good position on that right side baseline, took it to the basket, and draws the foul.
First foul of the game, first team foul. And Pam will be shooting 2, I think, here.
8-4 as we're just starting here, and Edwards will be at the line, the 5'11" sophomore, averaging just over 9 points a ball game. And more importantly, over 7 rebounds a game for Coach Terry Rosinski. Misses on the first one. And we'll have the second opportunity here. Good look at Pam. And it's good. 8-5. Now the Lady Dons will show some backcourt pressure. Lisa Robinson to Ashu, outside to Robinson. Looking inside for Jackie Wayne, a 6'2 senior. Good size inside for Lewis. Ball knocked around. Robinson will swing it in over the outstretched fingertips of Wayne, and the ball saved right to Miller. Quickly up court. Taking it to the basket. Was sealed off, and she stepped out of bounds. Nice defense by Lewis. Forced her out.
She was looking for a pass and lost the ball there. She got a little up too far underneath the basket there. Good defense by the Lady Flyers getting back that time.
Bonnie Richrath out front. Sands on her to Ashu. Harbaugh all over her. Good pass inside, laid up and in. And Hoving had great position on the baseline and makes it a 10-5 game. Robin Scott at the free throw line to Miller. Thought about shooting, swings it to Harbaugh. She'll set it from 18, in and out, no good. Rebound ripped off by Jackie Wayne. Lady Flyers so far pretty much limiting the Lady Dons to one shot on the offensive end. Lady Dons in a man-to-man. Robinson gets by on the pick by Miller, misses. Miller chases down the rebound. Nice hustle. Gets it to Don Harbaugh, and she'll control it. Midcourt to Miller, left baseline. Tries to force her way down the baseline, and she was successful in getting a foul called on Lisa Robinson.
That's too quick on Robinson. She's one of their leading rebounders, and she's going to come out, it looks like.
Carrie Ann Wager in the ball game for Lewis, a 5'9" sophomore out of Wheaton, Illinois. Ball inbounded to Sands, who had great position right underneath the basket, and she drops it in to make it 10-7. Lewis, a shoe at midcourt. Don Harbaugh picks her up. To Richrath out front. Swings it to Hoving. Looks inside for Wayne. Can't find her. To a shoe. Dumps it underneath to Wager. Outside to Richrath. She'll put it up. No good. Rebound comes off to Edwards. And here come the Lady Dons. Long pass to Scott. On the run. Will lay it up off the glass. No good. Rebound Miller. No good, but she's fouled. Good up-tempo run that time by the Lady Dons, and Miller will go to the line, fouled in the act of shooting.
They got a shoe on that foul.
13th foul on the Lady Flyers. And Lisa will be at the line. Outstanding free throw shooter. And she's successful on the first one. Lisa comes in averaging almost 8 rebounds a game and almost 30 or 23 points an outing. Second one rattles out. Scott battles for the rebound, knocked it out of bounds, and the Lady Flyers will put it in play. Carrie Ann Wager gets set to trigger it in. Lady Dons basketball right here on Channel 6. Almost a turnover. Richrath gets it up court across midcourt to a shoe. Lady Don still in this man-to-man. The shoe tries to go baseline, loses it, and now gets a shot up and a foul called. Is that on Edwards?
Or Harbaugh. Harbaugh.
Don Harbaugh with the foul. Coming in is Kim Recker for IPFW. Shelley Sands will come out. Melissa Shipp also into the ball game for the Lady Dons, and Don Harbaugh will come out.
Harbaugh had the task of trying to guard Shipp, or Eshu, I should say. I would guess that would fall to Shipp.
There's a shot by Eshu, a little long. Rebound battled for. A couple of players go to the floor, and we got a foul call. Recker and Hoving were battling for it, and I think Recker got whistled for the foul.
And the takedown.
Second team foul on the Lady Dons. Coming into the ballgame now for Lewis, Renee Kanick, and Richrath will sit down. Eshu will trigger it in. She'll get it right back, work her way down the lane, and a nice shot put up in traffic. Make it 12-8. Miller quickly up court. To Shipp to Miller. Miller will cross court it to Scott. Inside to Edwards. Good ball movement. Lays it up, no good on the layup by Recker, rather. The rebound comes off to the Flyers. Eshu will get it up court quickly. They'll work it around. There's Hoving from the left corner, and she gets the roll. And it's a 14-8 game. Here's the Lady Dons just not moving well on defense right now.
Recker lost Hoving that time around, I think.
Shipp to Miller. Miller doesn't shoot. To Scott. They work it around the key. Outside to Shipp. To Miller. Miller looks inside for Edwards. Cross courts it as they work against the zone. In and out by Scott. That's the shot they have to hit against that zone defense. Melissa Shipp hustles down the rebound. There's a shot by Miller from outside, and she'll shoot over the zone and score. 14-10. Backcourt pressure by the Lady Dons. Kanick will bring it up court. Robin Scott will pick her up. 13:25 left to go in the half. And the Lady Flyers lead it by 4. There's a pass inside. Eshu got free from Melissa Shipp and gets the bucket. And she works hard without the ball, and she's off to a good start in this game for Lewis. Robin Scott outside to Melissa Shipp, inside to Edwards. Edwards will try to take it down the lane, can't. Feeds it outside to Miller, 18-footer, no good. Rebound knocked around, and rebound all Lewis. Long pass up to Eshu. She'll take it down, lay it up and in, and she's fouled on the play by Melissa Shipp. And Steve, this Krista Shue came to play today.
Well, we see why she's averaging 22.9 points a ball game.
Pretty good quickness, and one of the quicker players we've seen in these home games here so far this season. And she'll be at the line trying to make it a three-point play.
I would guess that Coach Rusinski's going to alternate players on her since she pretty much is staying with the man-to-man defense so far. She'll want to try to keep a fresh body on her most of the time.
Free throw is up and in as Shue makes it a three-point play and comes out of the game. And I believe I heard the public address announcer say that that three-point play made her the all-time leading scorer at Lewis University. So congratulations to her. Lady Dons in traffic. Wrecker can't get it to roll, and we got a foul on the rebound.
Michelle Conley.
Michelle Conley just into the game. Came over the back. So the Lady Dons have kind of dug themselves a hole here, down by 9, 19-10. Renee Kanik will control it across court. Heather Podgorski's in the ballgame as well right now for Lewis. There's Kanik from the right wing, and it's good. And all of a sudden, it's a 21-10 game. Scott will bring it across midcourt. Lady Dons need a bucket. Miller outside to Melissa Shipp. To Scott. She's open. She'll shoot. She'll miss. And Robin cold from the outside here in the first half. Quickly down court. Lewis, and a drive to the basket by Jackie Wizawati. And she's fouled on the play. We got some good names in this one tonight.
Yep.
Melissa Shipp picks up the foul. Shelly Sands comes in, and Robin Scott, who's having some shooting problems from the outside, Steve, will sit down.
I think she needs a little more arch on her shot. A little more spring in her legs, maybe. She looks a little relaxed when she's been taking that.
Well, Lewis has come out here in this zone defense, and it's going to take some successful jump shots from the outside by the Lady Dons to kind of loosen it up inside. And they haven't been able to hit them here early in the ballgame. Here's Jackie Wizawati. She'll put it up and in. And it's a 22-10, 12-point lead for Lewis. Miller quickly across court. Lisa brings it outside to Shipp. She'll shoot a three-pointer. No good. Rebound, Miller. Miller will bring it back outside. She'll take it to the basket, shoot on the run, and score. Lisa Miller scores to make it 22-12. Wizawati will control it on the right-hand dribble. Across midcourt, Melissa Shipp on her. In the quarter, it goes to Kanik. And they work it around. And they try to get inside to Robinson, and the ball knocked out of bounds by the Lady Dons.
Good defense by Kim Wrecker that time.
Both coaches using lots of players in an effort to keep people fresh out there. And so far, it's worked better for Lewis. And here comes two more substitutions. They work it around. Robinson looking inside for Podarski. The ball knocked out of bounds, and we've got a foul called. And it's either on Conley or Miller.
Lisa picked it up.
And the Lady Dons are getting dangerously close to putting Lewis in now 1-1.
We got Don Harbaugh coming back in, and Dawn Dressler making her first appearance here. I think Coach Brzezinski's looking for the right combination here as much as anything.
Plus, Coach High got a little rest for a shoe, and she's back into the game now. Robinson, right baseline, open for a second, cross-courts it to Wizawati. She loses it, and a whistle and a 3-second violation called on the Lady Flyers, and the Lady Dons get a break. Let's see if they can capitalize with a basket here. Very, very slow start tonight for IPFW. Wrecker out front to Don Harbaugh. Dressler outside to Sand. She'll put it up, no good. And Lady Dons are just ice cold, but there's an offensive rebound basket. Don Dressler sticks it in to make it 22-14. Ashu will control it up court. Dressler almost with a steal there to Robinson. Lady Dons still in their man-to-man.
Wizawati, Harbaugh on her. There's a pass inside to Ashu, and she misses. And a rebound by Sands. She's tied up, and the possession arrow will give the ball to Lewis. Edwards comes back in for IPFW, and Kim Recker will sit down. Ball will be put in. Wizawati wide open, will lay it up, but she traveled.
Big break for IPFW that time.
I think Jackie Wizawati couldn't believe how open she was, and she shuffled the feet.
She wiped off Dawn Harbaugh on a solid pick that time.
Harbaugh to Dressler. She'll try the baseline. She'll put it up and in. So Don Dressler with 2 straight baskets off the bench for the Lady Dons and makes it a 22-16 ball game. Rich Rath back into the ball game, outside to Ashu. She'll try to go to baseline, behind the back dribble. Wizawati inside beautifully, up and in. Nice pass from Wizawati to Jackie Wayne, and she knocked it in to make it 24-16, leads up to 8. Shelly Sands, right baseline, can't go, brings it back. Harbaugh will set up the offense. Right down the baseline, Sands, and no good, and you got to hit that shot. Rebound Edwards, she'll put it up and in. Nice offensive rebound by Pam Edwards. Cuts the lead down to 6. 9:39 left to go in a half. Steal by Sands, up court nicely to Dressler. Back to Edwards. Edwards now to Harbaugh, to Dressler. She's got the hot hand. Thought about shooting. Couldn't get set. Brings it back to Harbaugh. Now she'll fire it. And no good. Rebound. Hit one of the basket supports, and the ball will belong to Lewis.
And we have timeout.
So our first timeout in the first half. 24-18. And Lewis, who was defeated pretty soundly by IPFW earlier in the year, has come to play in this one. And their zone defense has been effective, Steve, and they lead it by 6.
Well, it looks like the full court pressure they were applying to start the game, I think, caught IPFW by surprise. Having seen the previous matchup, I don't know if they used that defense or not, but and we'll be back right after this.
When two people feel the way that your mother and I do about each other, there's a strong desire to express that love. Are you listening?
Dad, is this a sex talk? Because if it is, I already know all about it.
Oh, you do?
Uh-huh.
How well do you know all about it?
Well enough.
Well enough. I know you and your friends, you know it all. Just humor me.
24-18 as both coaches have talked to their troops.
Leading scorer on the floor right now, Krista Eshu for Lewis. She's got 11. Lisa Miller has 9 to lead IPFW.
So the two top scorers coming in right on their pace. Both averaging almost 23 a game. Wizawati out front. Don Harbaugh picks her up. Hoving on the right wing will bring it outside to Ashu. She'll put it up, no good. Rebound comes off to Don Dressler. Here come the Lady Dons quickly up court. Harbaugh penetrates, bottled up to Dressler out front to Sands. Ball knocked away and out of bounds over there by Bonnie Richrath, and the ball will come back to the Lady Dons. Shelly Sands will trigger it in to Dressler, who's really done a nice job off the bench. To Sands, to Edwards. Edwards thought about shooting, got it back to Sands in the right corner. She has the ball knocked away. She picks it up. Back outside to Dressler. She'll shoot it up and in. 3 buckets now off the bench by Dawn Dressler, and this is as close as IPFW has been in a while at 24-20 as they employ some backcourt pressure. Jackie Wizawati across midcourt. Harbaugh knocked down someone, but no call.
Eshu, a vain attempt at a pick there.
And now we have a whistle and a foul called in the backcourt. Harbaugh will pick up her second, and that will put Lewis into the 1-and-1 bonus situation as Dressler comes out, and she did a fine job.
Well, 6 out of our last 8 points, and a couple rebounds there to help get IPFW back into it.
Free throw no good by Rizawadi, and we've got a foul call on the rebound. And I believe it's whistled on Ann Hoving of Lewis. Lady Flyers not in the, Lady Don's not in the bonus, so they'll take it out of bounds on the common foul. And here comes Don Harbaugh. A chance to narrow the gap to 2 here. Robin Scott, inside it goes to Michelle Conley. She'll put it up, no good. Rebound Miller, who just checked back in, but she couldn't control it. Up court quickly with the basketball is Canick, right corner, back outside to a shoe, almost knocked away by Scott. Canick in the right corner, looks inside for Hoving. Ball knocked around, finally gets it to a shoe, a fadeaway, no good. Rebound comes off to Pam Edwards. Had it knocked away, loose ball picked up by Harbaugh. Quickly up court to Scott. Scott down the baseline, will shoot in traffic, in and out, no good. Comes right back to Robin, she'll put it in.
Staying with your shot.
And that makes it a 2-point game, 24-22, with a little over 7 minutes left to play here in the first half. Backcourt pressure being effective right now by the Lady Dons. Lady Flyers going to have to hurry, and they get it up court. Ball picked off, however, on the bad pass by Michelle Conley. And here come the Dons to Miller. Miller right baseline, sealed off, outside Harbaugh. Edwards, there's Scott wide open. No good. Rebound right back to Scott. Good job of following her shot. Inside it goes to Conley. She'll put it up, no good. Got her own rebound, battles for it, gets it outside to Miller.
Nothing's coming easy today.
They're getting some good shots inside, but they're not.
Oh, she was pushed.
Michelle can't hit it again, and what a flurry, and the ball finally comes off to Lewis.
So there was definitely a hand in Michelle Conley's back when she went up for that shot.
And well, there's poetic justice. She was trailing to play. The ball came right back to her. Here's Scott on the drive. Will put it up, no good. Rebound, the Lady Flyers. Eshu will fight it out, and she's called for carrying the ball. So the turnover will get it back to the Lady Dons. Terry Rosinski noting the pace here is getting some fresh legs into the ballgame. Ship comes in, Dressler comes back in, Recker's in, Robin Scott's in, and Lisa Miller.
Robin has only one basket on the night. She's taken a couple shots and not been able to hit them, and she's closing in on the career scoring mark. We talked about that before the game started. I think we put the pressure on her, the hex on her or something. Miller to Ship. Looking inside again, cross courts it to Miller. She'll shoot it on the run, and we're tied up. 24-24, a nice running jumper by Lisa Miller. So a 12-point lead is gone for Lewis. Panic, working against backcourt pressure, swings it up court. Rich Rath will put it up on the run, no good. Rebound, all Lady Dons. Dressler has it. Melissa Ship behind the back. Dribble across midcourt, wide open Miller will put it up and in. Nice pass from Melissa Ship to a wide open Lisa Miller, and the Lady Dons have fought back and taken a 2-point lead. Nice play all around by Ship. She dribbled through the traffic and found a wide open Lisa Miller for the 2.
Loose ball knocked around, and the Lady Dons defense comes up with a turnover. Robin Scott on the run, thought about going in, cross courts it to Miller, down the baseline, the ball knocked out of her hands, out of bounds. Passed up an 8-footer, decided to take it to the basket, and had it knocked away.
Amy Perkins comes in the ball game. Melissa Ship's going to take a rest now.
Robinson back in for Lewis as both coaches shuffling people in and out. Miller to Perkins, just in to Miller. She'll set from about 15 feet and score. Lisa enjoying a fine first half, and it's 28-24. 4-point lead for the Lady Dons. Robinson will control it. Gets a pick from the shoe, and Robinson will take it all away, lay it up a little too hard. Rebound Koenig. She'll put it up, and no good. Rebound underneath, put up and in by Jackie Wayne, who got a big offensive rebound. Miller up court quickly. Lady Dons really trying to force the tempo on offense. Dressler out front to Perkins. Perkins looks inside. to Miller, cross courts to Dressler, inside, the ball knocked around and out of bounds, and it will be Lady Dons basketball. Pass intended over there for Robin Scott.
Sands back in the ball game. Robin will take a rest. Robin just can't get on track so far tonight. She needs now 41 points to become or to tie the career scoring mark at IPFW.
Amy Perkins out front to Dawn Dressler. Amy looks inside, tried to force it to Recker, and the ball stolen. Long pass up court quickly. Lewis controlling the basketball as Wager. Didn't have the break. Now goes inside to Wayne, and she's fouled on the play.
I think they'll nail Kim Recker on that one.
Lewis really didn't have the numbers there for their fast break opportunity, but they do come out with a one-and-one opportunity.
And IPFW is still far away from getting a shot at some free throws here tonight.
Jackie Wayne makes the first free throw. Jackie, a 6'2 senior from Bolingbrook, Illinois. Lewis University out of Romeoville, Illinois. 2 for 2. We're tied up again. Good tight ball game here. 28-28. Lewis had enjoyed a 12-point lead, and the Lady Dons did a good job to get back in tie this game. Miller will shoot it out front. She's been hot from there, but misses. Rebound battled for. A shoe gets it. She's tied up. I believe that possession arrow will go to the Lady Dons, and it does. So good hustle there by Shelley Sands.
She wasn't happy about that call. She's had a couple of complaints with the refereeing tonight.
Perkins didn't really hustle back to get that ball, and Lewis did, and they get an easy layup by Canick, or Wager, I'm sorry, to make it 30-28.
Well, I'm not sure of the rule there because Amy didn't think she could touch the ball legally, but she shouldn't have let Lewis have it either.
Shelley Sands comes right back and scores to make it 30-30. Out front, controlling it, the Lady Flyers. Pass inside, deflected out of bounds. Flyers will control it underneath their own bucket as Don Harbaugh comes back in. A good look at Don there, the senior from South Bend. She'll check back into the lineup, and Amy Perkins will sit down. Ball inside to Wayne. Good block. And she had her shot blocked, tried to retrieve the ball, and bounced it out of bounds.
I think Pam Edwards got her hand on that ball, and then Lewis turned it over. It must have been Kim Recker because Pam Edwards was on the bench and probably couldn't have done that.
Both coaches really running them in and out here, trying to keep their 5 on the court relatively fresh. We're at the 3:07 mark in a tie game, 30-30. Dressler on the run, no good, but she's fouled. Don has just played it real well here in this first half. And she'll be at the line for 2. Looks like Ann Hoving, a 5'10 freshman from Lombard, Illinois, will come back into the ball game. And Krista Ashew got off to a fabulous start in that first 10 minutes, but Steve, the Lady Dons have slowed her down a little bit here in the second half of this first half of play.
Well, since that timeout, when she had 11 points, she still has 11 points, and now Lisa Miller is up to 15. As Dawn adds a free throw.
Dressler, strong performance off the bench. I believe she's got 7 points now here in this first half, and she could make it a 32-30 ball game. Misses. Rebound Leaking, who just came in. And they work it around. Sands in traffic. Off the rim, no good. Rebound Lewis. Controlled by Jackie Wayne. Across midcourt with the basketball is Renee Canick. To Hoving in the corner outside to Wayne. Wayne at 6'2", by far the tallest girl on the court. Canick to Wayne, nice pass. She'll put it up in traffic, no good. Leakin with the rebound. To Harbaugh. Harbaugh knocked over kamikaze style by
Wager.
One of the Lewis players, Wager. IPFW still not into that bonus situation as Melissa Shipp comes back into the lineup for Don Harbaugh. She'll sit down and Robin Scott back in. Scott will put it in play out front to Ship. 31-30. Lady Dons by 1. Good pass inside, up and in. Nice play by Melissa Ship. And it makes it a 33-30 game. Pam Edwards, the beneficiary of an outstanding pass on that side. There's a good defensive play by Shelley Sands. Ties up the Lady Flyers, and on the possession arrow, the ball still belonged to Lewis, but good hustling defense by Sands. Panic will trigger it in for the Lady Flyers. Wayne backdoors it, and there's a shot up, no good by Wager, and the rebound comes off to the Lady Dons. Melissa Ship will control it to Scott. She'll shoot it off the glass, in and out. Ooh, that one had the spin on it. Didn't quite go down in. Robinson on the pass quickly down court. She'll shoot it up in traffic and miss it in and out. Rebound Ship. Here we go again. Down court, lead pass to Scott. It was too far, and she kicks it out of bounds.
Led her a little too far in that play.
Melissa had the right idea, but just a little too far as Terry Rosinski yelling to her troops. Long pass intercepted by Edwards. To Sands, to Ship. Looks inside, cross courts it to Sands. 15-footer from the line. Rattles down and through. 35-30. Boy, Sands is all over the court. And she knocked that one out of bounds. Shelley really hustling over there. And when you're a coach, you just love to see that type of hustle.
Well, the efforts paid off as once down by 10, 12 points, IPFW has forged a 5-point lead now.
Lewis has really gone cold, and it's been a while since they had a field goal. The shoes back in there to Robinson out front. Ball knocked away nicely. Good defense by Robin Scott. Took it right away from Robinson. She almost returned the favor. Robin trapped. Gets it up court to Sands. She loses it off her foot right back to Robin Scott. She'll go right down the lane, lay it up. No good. Oh, boy, that would have been great if she could have sealed that baby off. So here comes Lewis. He dodged a bullet there. Hovey, left wing, looks inside. Robinson at the free throw line. She'll set from 18 feet. No good. Rebound Edwards. Has it knocked away. Picked up by Sands. 33 seconds left to go in the first half. Both ball clubs fighting hard here in this first half.
Lady Don should probably try to work the clock for as much as they can. They have about 5 seconds left on the game clock when they have to take a shot, but they won't give Lewis much time.
Melissa Ship thought about shooting. Cross courts it. Ball knocked away. She got it back to Robin Scott at the 10-second mark. She'll fire it from 3. No good. Rebound. Sands up and in. Oh! Her version of a sky hook, and there's your first half of play.
See? That's how that works.
That's the old hook shot from the hip play. Works every time. 37-30. The Lady Dons off to a tough start, but finished strong here in the first half, Steve. And still a real good ball game here at halftime, 37-30. But I'm sure Coach Terry Rosinski a little relieved after trailing by 12 about midway through that first half.
Lisa Miller led the scoring in the first half with 15 points unofficially. I have Pam Edwards with 7. Shelley Sands has 4 points, including that last hook basket there. Robin Scott with only a bucket tonight so far. Dawn Dressler with 7 big points for IPFW. Krista Eshu with 11 for the Lady Flyers. Ann Hoving has 6. Jackie Wayne, their center, has 5. Carrie Ann Wager with 2.
That'll balance out the top 4 teams in a tie for first place, but we are going to be very focused. I saw it in the eyes of the girls after we defeated Bellarmine that, hey, we can get back to the tournament. It is a reality, and I see a very determined and focused group of young ladies who have set their sights very high for the tournament.
Yeah, I know that upcoming we have some key games as far as, I guess this Wednesday night we take on the women of Troy from Tri-State, who bumped us off earlier in the season.
They defeated us up at Angola High School. They had a power outage, so we had to play at the high school. And at that point in the season, we did not have, the 4 or 5 freshmen that are ready to play for 2, 3, 5-minute spans. They weren't quite up to that. We had a couple that we stuck in here and there, but they really weren't quite sure what it was all about. We also have worked on, we've shortened our practices because we do have to rely on our stalwarts, the 4 or 5 people, the upperclassmen. We tried to rest them a little bit so that they are able to go hard for 2 games each week. And the fact that we now are able to substitute more frequently and with more confidence with our younger players.
Okay, we're back. Second half just started. Lady Dons control it. There's a bucket by Lisa Miller. Steve, why don't you just kind of chime in with the stats as you can get yourself in here.
Sure.
Lady Flyers on the other end trail it by 9, 39-30. Nice intercept there by Pam Edwards. And the Lady Dons, who really this last 10 or 11 minutes have played some really good defense. Miller will pop again, a little long. Ball knocked out of bounds.
Well, for the first half, IPFW only shooting 39%, 17 of 43 shots, but those 17 field goals came in a better shooting percentage in the second part of the second half. At one point, they were down 22-10, then came back to lead 37-30.
There's a bucket by Jackie Wayne to make it 39-32. As Lewis goes back into backcourt pressure, there's a breakaway on a nice pass from Harbaugh to Sands, and she had a lay-in at the other end. 41-32, Lady Dons.
The keys for IPFW in that first half to play at Dawn Dressler. She hit 7 points, and Lisa Miller a first half high 17 points.
Robinson with a set shot from the outside for the Lady Flyers. Here comes Lisa Miller. Right down the free throw lane, dishes it to Scott. Robin thought about a shot, but passed it up to Lisa. Don Harbaugh will control it out front. They look inside for Edwards. Sands will pop it, and no good. Rebound, we have a foul called.
Pam Edwards picks
it up.
That's her first foul. No one's in real foul trouble for either team, although Don Harbaugh and Melissa Shipp both have 2, and they've been taking turns on Krista Eshu, Lewis's leading scorer, and she was pretty much held in check for the second part of that first half.
Almost a steal there at midcourt by Sands, but Robinson controls it. Spinning down the free throw lane. Now she'll have the ball. Pass tended over there for Hoving, and Robin Scott knocked it out of bounds. So the Lady Flyers will put it in play. They trail 41-34. We're just getting started here in the second half. Ball put in play. There's Eshu in traffic, and she'll put it up and in. Krista Eshu with the bucket. 41-36. Don Harbaugh right through most of the defense and has the ball kicked by Robinson. She probably saved a lay-in there.
Yep. That was Eshu's first bucket in a long time.
Well, Scott will put it in play for the Lady Dons to Miller. They work it around the key. Scott left corner to Harbaugh. To Miller. She'll pop it, and no good. Rebound comes off to Hoving. Of Lewis to Robinson. Robinson in the corner, trapped over there by Sands and Miller, and they almost get it away. Loose ball picked up by Lewis. Eshu will control it. Baseline Robinson. Double teamed again, and there we have a jump ball. Lisa Robinson brought that ball down to her hips, and she got in trouble. But on the possession arrow, the ball belongs to the Lady Flyers. Inside to Eshu. She'll put it up in traffic, and tough shot in and out. Harbaugh fights out with a rebound. They work it around the key. Scott. Right baseline, Shelley Sands. Swings it to Scott from the left corner. Good. Well, there's a good sign to start this second half. An outside jumper by Scott to make it 43-36.
And she's 39 points away from the career scoring mark.
Lisa Robinson. She'll fire it from downtown. No good. Ball rebounded or deflected off the backboard out of bounds, and nobody touched it. It'll belong to the Lady Dons, and we've got a timeout call. 43-36 with about 16 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the second half of play. The Lady Dons now enjoying that 7-point lead.
Kind of surprised the Lewis Lady Flyers opened the game with that full court pressure, and it kind of bothered the Lady Dons to start out with, and then they got into their offense, and I would have thought that maybe Lewis might want to try that again to disrupt the IPFW offense, but right now the Lady Dons are pretty much getting the shots they want, and on defense they're keeping with their man-to-man and focusing on Krista Eshu, and she's finding the shots hard to come by and hard to get.
Good look at Terry Rosinski mapping out some strategy for her ball club. Mentioned a little bit about the halftime stats. Not real great outside shooting, Steve, in that first half.
Yeah, as I mentioned, 39%, but fortunately 33% shooting by the Lady Flyers.
There you see a look at the Great Lakes Valley standings. As we mentioned earlier, Northern Kentucky out in front. IPFW, St. Joe, and Bellarmine all in position to challenge for the championship of the conference this year, as this has turned out to be a pretty good conference, year in and year out, and nobody running away with it at this point in the conference year. Everyone still in that top 4 or 5 has a shot at the title.
Looking at the schedule, IPFW gets to play Northern Kentucky the last game of the regular season in Kentucky. That should be interesting.
Could be a big one. Pam Edwards on a good pass from Scott. Excellent position underneath the bucket, and it drops it in. Krista Eshu will control it for Lewis, who now trail it by 9. Almost a steal by Harbaugh. Showed some quickness. Knocked it out of bounds. Right now, IPFW going with Shelley Sands and Harbaugh, Scott, Edwards, and Miller, pretty much their starters. There's a deflected pass picked off by Harbaugh to Sands. She'll put it up and in. She shot it right over Bonnie Richrath to make it 47-36. And the Lady Dons showing some signs of pulling away here big time. Lady Flyers will control it. Richrath outside to Robinson. Lady Dons in a man-to-man. Krista Eshu will fire it up and no good. Rebound Scott, and the Lady Dons will control it. Really limiting Lewis now to 1 shot on their end of the court.
Lewis is the one out of sync right now.
Still in that zone. There's Edwards got free but couldn't get the shot off. Got blocked. Loose ball picked up by Miller, and she's fouled.
Krista Eshu again complaining to the referees about something.
Richrath with the foul. And the Lady Dons will put it in play. Pam Edwards will sit down, and Michelle Connolly, the freshman from Highland, will come into the game. Also coming into the game for Lewis, Carrie Ann Wager, and coming out of the ball game will be Bonnie Richrath. Now they've decided that's a shooting foul.
And I think that's what Eshu is complaining about, because I don't really think Lisa was shooting that ball. I think she was trying to pass it off.
There might be a little break there for IPFW, and Miller gets the free throw to make it 48-36. Mastodons will play tonight against Northern Kentucky, and of course all that action will be right here after this one on Channel 6.
Now some full court pressure.
Lisa Robinson will control it across midcourt. Tries to bounce pass it underneath the basket over there to Ann Hoving. The ball just went sailing out of bounds, and on the turnover, the Lady Dons will get it back as Ann Leakin checks into the game for the Lady Dons, and Miller will sit down for some rest. Sands in the left corner. To Harbaugh. Leakin will shoot from the outside, and no good. Rebound Scott. And they'll set up the offense again. Inside Connolly. Connolly to Scott. She'll shoot a little long. Rebound. Hoving had it. Did get it back in play, but picked off by Shelley Sands. Lady Dons will set it up again. Work it around the key. Scott underneath to Leakin, and we got a whistle and a foul, I believe, is on Lisa Robinson for reaching. That'll be her third. Bumping Leakin on the play. Second team foul here in the second half on the Lady Flyers. And the Lady Dons will put it in play. Robin Scott will come out of the ball game. And Dawn Dressler, another freshman, in. Leakin to Harbaugh. Swings it to Dressler. Right at the top of the key to Harbaugh. She'll take a rare shot from out there. No good. Rebound Dressler. Inside Connolly. Leakin. Harbaugh. This time a little closer. No good. So Don got a couple of shots but could not get him to fall. Long pass down court, controlling it. There's a shot from the outside. In and out over there. Taking that shot was Wager, and a rebound the Lady Dons. Don Harbaugh to Sands. Sands will try to work it baseline. Can't. Inside to Dressler. Outside to Harbaugh. A lot of give and go right here. There's a shot by Sands. No good. Both ball clubs a little cold from the field. Ball butt for, knocked out of bounds. Lady Dons basketball.
Lewis is in a 2-3 zone with their tall player Wayne there in the middle of the zone, but Lady Dons keep getting good rebounding position on the wings inside that zone.
Melissa Shipp in, and I look for Melissa to get some outside shots against this zone here. She's one of the Lady Dons who likes that three-point shot. She thought about it right there. Dressler to Melissa. Now she'll fire it, and no good. Well, they set her up real well, but she couldn't get it to drop.
I'm sitting next to the amazing Kreskin.
I just sensed that coming. Lewis battling for a shot. Loose ball. Finally fought for. And controlled by the Lady Flyers. Wager fought. There's a pass inside. And Eshu couldn't get it. Comes right back. And Jackie Wayne scores. So not a real smooth offensive set for Lewis, but they get a bucket. And they're staying within striking distance at 49-38.
If Melissa would have hit that three, it would have been a real backbreaker for him.
Conley working hard, has her shot blocked. Loose ball picked up by Lisa Robinson. She feeds it to Hoving. She'll shoot in traffic and score. Difficult shot by Ann Hoving, but she scores. And it's a 49-40 ball game. Dawn Dressler. And now we have a timeout. Terry Rosinski, I think, recognized that her ball club was out of sync there and wants to get things organized on the sidelines. 49-40 with 12:21 left to go in the ball game.
And more importantly, kind of that timeout might put a little stop to the momentum Lewis had going for the moment. They put together a couple good break opportunities and put 4 quick points up on the board. At this point in the ball game, Lisa Miller now hit the 20-point mark with that last free throw she hit. Pam Edwards with 9. Robin Scott picked up a second bucket. Shelley Sands 8 points in the game, and Dawn Dressler still with 7. Eshu slowly climbing up the scoring chart. Now she's at 13 points. Wayne picking up some slack with 9, and Hoving with 8. Lisa Robinson with 4, and she's picked up her third foul.
49-40. Terry Rosinski was asked before the ball game what she really expected tonight out of the Lady Flyers from Lewis.
Tough game. We went up there on the rebound from St. Joe and played them. It was a fairly close game, although we did win by 16. But reports are filtering back to me. You know, Lewis, like ourselves, is a very young club. And as each game goes on, they're going to get better and better. And I've heard that they've been playing some very good basketball. So we most certainly are not taking them lightly. You know, they have a 6'2" girl who's a very fine inside player. They have one of the leading scorers in the conference, in Krista Eshu at guard. So we know that we're going to have our hands full on Thursday against Lewis.
Welcome back. Lady Dons putting the ball in play. Melissa Shipp to Dawn Dressler. A couple of freshmen there. Inside it goes to Edwards, back to Dressler, and she can't get the jumper to fall, and the rebound comes off to Lewis. Controlling the ball is Robinson, working her way down the foul lane. Open, will put it up and in. hard work pays off there, 49-42, and all of a sudden Lewis making a run to get back in it.
I'm not sure that quick shot IPFW just took is what Coach Brzezinski wanted.
Melissa Shipp, who's right at the top of the key against this zone, to Leakin. Leakin has the ball. She tried to get it inside to Recker. Kim Recker, and the ball knocked out of bounds. Now we've got some seniors coming back in, Miller and Scott. And Leakin and Dressler, the two freshmen, will check out of the game. 7-point ball game. The Lady Dons lead it 49-42. Robin Scott will put it in play to Shipp, to Miller. The Shipp out front. Thought about nice pass inside to Recker, and she's fouled.
I think Robinson got her fourth.
Melissa Shipp has had some good passes inside tonight.
Yep.
And that one really set Kim Recker up for a free throw possibility here. Good patience against the zone defense that time. And Kim, a freshman, a 5'11 freshman. Good look at Kim from Glandorf High School out of Ottawa, Ohio. And she nails the first charity toss to make it 50-42. Robinson
in the ball game.
She'll come in for Robinson. Recker with the second opportunity. 2 in a row to make it 51-42. Quickly down court, Canick. Lady Dons continue to work on their man-to-man. In the corner, briefly it went to Wager. Ball knocked around and stolen by Scott. Scott quickly down court. Jump pass to Recker.
Yes.
Nice teamwork there. 53-42. Canick out front. Wager in the corner. Ball knocked out of bounds by Recker. Nice defense on the baseline. Lady Flyers will put it in play. Krista Ashew will do that. Picked up by Lisa Miller. And on the inbounds play, Canick stepped out of bounds.
Real unforced error on that pass inbounds.
Turnovers hurting the Lady Flyers right now. Scott to Miller inside. Will put it up in traffic. Drove it to the bucket, lays it in. Miller, who's so clever around that bucket, scores. And then knocks the ball out of bounds at midcourt.
23 in the ball game now for Lisa Miller.
And that's right at her average. Lisa thought one of the Lewis players knocked it out. Wasn't quite satisfied with that call by the official, but Lewis controls it. Inside to Wayne, turnaround jump shot, no good, and a foul called on Miller over the back.
That's her second.
Krista Eshu had position on the offensive boards. Second foul on Lisa. It's like a pretty good battle between Miller and Eshu now. They're guarding each other. Pass inside to Eshu. She'll put it up over Miller. No good. Rebound Melissa Shipp. She feeds it down court quickly to Recker. She lost it. Picked off by Lewis. Here come the Lady Flyers. Canick with the ball. There's a shot. Three-pointer up and no good by Wager. The rebound comes off to the Lady Dons. 55-42. Miller inside Scott. Scott in traffic. Back outside to Melissa Shipp. Thought about that three-pointer and then tried to get it inside to Scott. Back outside to Shipp. To Miller. Miller inside to Scott. And then we got a foul called. Was it on a shoe?
Yep.
Reaching in, trying to knock that ball away from Robin Scott. Whistled for the foul. Scott to Miller. Ball knocked around, picked up. Scott corner, up and in. 57-42 as the Lady Dons now show signs of pulling away. Collision and a foul on Melissa Shipp as she collided with Ann Hoving, and Melissa called for the foul.
That's 3 fouls on Ship, and Don Harbaugh is going to come back in for IPFW.
So Harbaugh back in, Sands back in, Miller and Ship will sit down. SU will put it in play for Lewis. They trail it right now by 15. On the left baseline, Bonnie Richrath back into the ball game. Wager, and we got a whistle and a foul on the Lady Dons. Looks like Shelly Sands got a whistle for the foul. A little push off there underneath the bucket. Steve, it looks to me like he's getting a little physical out there.
Yeah. Well, Shelly Sands has the task right now of guarding SU. Earlier in the game, it was Harbaugh and Ship, and now Sands has been following her. As Kanek hits the bucket.
Renee Kanek with the jumper to make it 57-44. Sands will take it right back, try to get it inside the Wrecker, and she couldn't hang on, but the ball last touched over there by Jackie Wayne. Patty High, the coach of Lewis, up, not necessarily agreeing with that call, but the Lady Dons control it. There's Scott, left corner, driving right up and missed it. Good move to the bucket by Robin, but could not get it to drop. Long pass down court, Wager, head fake, got Scott in the air, and she puts it up and in. 57-46. Lewis trying to get back in it again. And there's an over-the-back foul called on Richrath.
Well, the Lady Dons have scored 8 straight to move out to that 15-point lead. Now Lewis comes back with 4.
Don Dressler checking back into the Lady Dons lineup, and Pam Edwards will sit down. Robin Scott will put it in play underneath the Lady Dons bucket. Harbaugh out front. Lewis continues to play this zone. There's a good pass inside to Sands. Turnaround, no good. Rebound comes off to Lewis. Kanek quickly down court. Ashu, left wing. Looks inside. Now driving inside. Will put it up in traffic, no good, but she drew a foul. I think the foul's going to be on Don Dressler. The officials separate the teams a little bit. I think we've seen a little bit of frustration out there on both sides. Play definitely the last couple of minutes has got a little bit more physical, a little more pushing and shoving. And I think the officials are just trying to make sure they're in control of the game here.
Well, you can see, even though she's a guard, Eshu gets most of her points from inside, and she's put up a lot of shots in traffic, and they're just not falling for her. I know that she has exhibited signs of being frustrated at the play, at both her effort maybe and some of the calls on the officials' part.
And she hits on the first one. Senior out of Naperville, Illinois. Here's a good look at Coach Patty High of Lewis University. Second free throw is up and in. So Ashu makes a 2 from the line, 57-48, and Lewis again has crawled back within 9 points. Dressler out front. Don Harbaugh looks inside for Miller, who really wants it. Dressler will try to go baseline, gets it inside to Wrecker. She puts it up, no good, but she's fouled on the play. She had good position inside, and Jackie Wayne had to go over the top to try to get the ball. Lady Dons trying to take advantage of the size of Wrecker to get her some shots underneath. And I thought that was a shooting foul, and the two officials are talking it over. Nope. Is it going to be a shooting foul or a common foul?
Rebounding foul.
So no free throws, and the Lady Dons will put it in play here underneath their own basket. 7:48 left to go in the ball game. Sands to Miller. They work it around the key. Lady Dons looking for that good shot in no hurry. Miller out front. Tries to penetrate inside. Finally does. Puts it up off the glass. No good. Rebound. Wrecker up and in. Nice offensive rebound by Kim Wrecker. who's getting a lot of minutes here in the second half and so far has responded pretty well.
Good rebounding position on the 6'2" Wayne.
Canick to a shoe out front. Swings it inside to Wager, and her pass intercepted, and we got another foul call. Shelly Sands guilty of the reach-in. Her second foul. Team foul number 6, so one more Lady Dons foul, and Lewis will be in the 1-and-1. Wayne in traffic will put it up a little long. Rebound Sands. Long pass up court to Miller from Harbaugh. Miller will go right down the baseline and has the ball knocked away. Hustled and got it back to Sands, and she travels. So on the turnover, the Lewis Lady Flyers will get it back. Play a little ragged here the last couple of minutes, and Lewis will bring it up court. Canick. Harbaugh on her to Wager.
Wizawati getting set to come back in for Lewis.
A shoe driving in traffic. That's going to be short. Rebound Miller. Harbaugh hustles across midcourt. Takes it all the way down to the line. Wide open underneath the Sands, and she gets an easy one. Nice pass inside from Harbaugh. 61-48 Lady Dons. Back on top by 13. Wager out front. Cross court, stolen by Dressler, and chases it down. Nice hustle to Recker. Recker jump pass to Miller. Miller will spin, put it up in traffic and in. Nice fast break. And a bucket by the Lady Dons as Miller hits it to make it 63-48. Lewis wants a timeout to talk it over.
Really good passing, really unselfish team, this IPFW ball club, which is one reason why they're on a 7-game winning streak. They really look for the open person, and that was a really textbook execution there on the break. 25 points now for Lisa Miller. Pam Edwards with 9. Shelly Sands now 10 points. And Krista Eshu is still stuck in that 15-point mark for Lewis. Hoving with 8, Wayne with 9, and Robinson, who's on the bench with 4 fouls, with 6 points.
Be sure and stay tuned right here on Channel 6. Coming up after this ball game, the IPFW Mastodons are home tonight entertaining Northern Kentucky, and we'll have all the exciting action of that game for you right here on Channel 6. Well, Lewis, it keeps trying, Steve. They've gone a couple of times and got that 15-point lead down to 9, but each time the Lady Dons have answered the challenge and been able to run the lead back up in double figures pretty well.
Back up to 15, the biggest lead of the ball game for IPFW. We might mention that the Lady Dons are in action Saturday against St. Joe, and we'll have that game at 6 o'clock Saturday evening here on Channel 6.
And that's a big game in the conference because both St. Joe and IPFW tied for second in the conference, chasing Northern Kentucky. And Terry Rosinski's team would definitely like to win that one at home on Saturday. Come on out and support the Lady Dons Saturday. That ball game starts at 6 o'clock right here at the multipurpose building here on the campus of IPFW in Fort Wayne. Lewis really needs a bucket now. Wizawati into the ball game for the Lady Flyers, and she just had it. Pass inside really for nobody. And I don't know if that ball was deflected or not. Lisa Miller reacted like she had to save it, and she may have saved it for Lewis, and she did. Didn't look like that ball was touched as they tried to get it inside to Wayne, and she was nowhere to be found.
Eshu on the bench right now for Lewis, their leading scorer, as Miller comes out for IPFW.
Hoving with a shot short. Up court quickly to Dressler. She's got a breakaway. She'll lay it up and in. Don continues to play well off the bench, and that time she just beat the entire Lewis defense down for a layup. Renee Canick out front. Melissa Shipp back into the ball game, picks her up. Whistle away from the ball and a foul called as Wizawati and Michelle Conley were battling for position, and I believe Michelle Conley got whistled for the foul. Team foul number 7, so the Lady Flyers are now in the bonus. 65-48, 17-point lead for the Lady Dons. Jackie Wizawati from Glen Ellen, Illinois. Good shot of her. Free throw is up and in. 65-49.
Her second point of the night.
5'6" junior for Lewis. And it's up and in. Lady Dons on the attack. Ball inside to Conley, who had good position. And now she'll get to go to the line as she was fouled on the play by Bonnie Richrath. You see the Lewis players wearing that yellow ribbon with the red, white, and blue, remembering our troops over in the Persian Gulf. Conley at the line,
looking for her first point of the evening.
6-footer from Highland. Arches it up there a little long. Rebound comes off to Wayne, Jackie Wayne of Lewis, to Jackie Wizawati, and she controls it across midcourt. Lewis looking for a good shot here. Hogan almost had the ball lost to Wayne. On the baseline, she'll shoot it up. No good. Rebound Conley. Good defensive board position. And Melissa Shipp will control it up court for the Lady Dons. No hurry, leading by 15. A little over 4 minutes to play. Recker will force a shot up. I'm not sure that's the shot Terry Rosinski wanted. Rebound Lewis. Jackie Wayne to Jackie Wizawati. Canick will take it in the lane, put it up, no good. Rebound Robin Scott. Now Melissa Schiff will walk it up court and set up the offense for the Lady Dons.
SU getting set to come back in for one final surge maybe for Lewis.
Scott to Recker. Forces it up and in. Worked hard on that right baseline and scores 67-50. Kim getting a lot of PT here in the second half and responding well with a good performance off the bench. Lewis working still on that man-to-man of the IPFW Lady Dons. Wizawati out front, bounce pass. Right baseline it goes to Canick. Canick to Wayne, she'll put it up and in. Nice leaner by Jackie Wayne. 67-52 at the 3:11 mark. Kelly Brooks getting set to check in. There's a nice pass inside to Dressler, who had sealed off her defender and laid it in. Good recognition by the Lady Dons.
That's 11 for Dressler. I'm not sure what her season high is, but she's probably closing in on it. She averages about 2.9 points a game.
Good performances by a lot of folks off the bench in this one for Terry Rosinski. Jump pass inside to Wizawati, and she lost it out of bounds, but deflected by the Lady Dons. Leakin will come in, and Brooks will come in for the Lady Dons, and Scott and Recker will sit down. Good job by both of those ball players.
Maybe Hogan coming in too.
Hogan in, and Dressler comes out. A strong game for Don. In double figures off the bench, and also did a good job on the boards. Wayne inside on the pass, gets it to a shoe. Her jumper won't go. 3 or 4 people collided there on the rebound and chased down by Wayne. She's going to take it to the basket, and she's fouled on the play.
Conley just cleared out that side, but nothing was called. It was kind of incidental, and I'm not sure they weren't faking it when they decided to fall simultaneously.
Kelly Brooks was whistled for the foul, the 6-footer from Wawasee, and Jackie Wayne will be at the line. A 6'2" senior. And she hit it, but we had a violation call.
I think they're calling Michelle Conley for a foul.
Elbowing. Looks like Conley's going to come out, and Pam Edwards will come back in. Must have called that as an intentional foul.
So Wayne will get to shoot her other the second half of a 1-1, and then someone else is going to get to shoot for Lewis here.
Wayne misses on that one. And let's see who's going to shoot the intentional foul shots, or will they just put the ball in play?
I don't know if they called it intentional. I think they just happened to call it. She tried to clear out with their forearm on the rebound and got caught doing it. So now Robinson will have a 1-1 here.
You don't see that often. They just call 2 consecutive fouls. Yeah. One occurring while they shot the free throw. Lisa Robinson at the line, and she hits it. So this could be a 4-point play for the Lady Flyers. Makes the score 69-54. And certainly when you're getting 4 points at a crack and the clock is stopped, chance to get back in the game. 69-55, 2:29 left to go, and here come the Lady Dons.
8 points for Robinson. IPFW now just trying to work the clock with this 14-point lead.
One thing we have noticed in this second half is it's been a lot more physical, especially under the basket. They're taking no prisoners out there. Ship out front, inside to Brooks. She'll put it up. No good. Rebound battled for, and good hustle by Ann Leakin. Is that a jump ball call?
Yeah, we got the change of possession. It's a IPFW ball.
Possession arrow there. Leakin will put it in play in the backcourt to Ship. 2 minutes left to go in the game. Pam Edwards will bring it out. Lady Dons no hurry here with a 14-point lead. Ship drives right corner. Double teamed outside to Edwards. 13 on the shot clock. There's a shot by Leakin. No good. Rebound comes down to Edwards. She's stripped of the ball and a jump ball called. And the ball will go to Lewis. Kelly Underwood into the game for the first time for the Lady Dons, and Amy Perkins in the game. And I believe Terry Rosinski's played everybody on her roster in this one.
That gets everybody in, yeah. In fact, I'm not sure we've done a game that Kelly Underwood has been in. This may be her first appearance on our telecast.
1:33 left to go. A shoe will cross-court it. They work it around. There's Robinson. Robinson will get it to Ritz.
Well, they can work it around all they want. That's helping our cause.
There's an air ball by Robinson, but a rebound put up by a shoe, no good. Everybody battling for that ball, and now we got a whistle and a foul called on Leakin, and she got wrapped up over there with Ann Hoving. Leakin really hit the floor hard, but she seems to be okay.
It's been a tough night for Krista Eshu. She just can't get any of those shots to roll in over the rim. She's been working real hard, and it's sometimes getting pounded, but to no real effect. Still at 15 points. Every time I mention how many she has, she stops scoring.
Hoving with the free throw makes it 69-56. Second one is up and in to make it 69-57. With 1:13 left to go. Perkins had the ball knocked away by Robinson, and Robinson will pick up the foul.
And she's gone.
And she's going to call it a night. Lady Dons in the bonus, and Amy Perkins will have an opportunity to put her name in the scoring book. So the play's been a little ragged, a little physical, but the Lady Dons seem to be well in control, well on their way to their 15th victory of the year, and would go 8-2 in the Great Lakes Valley Conference, and set up a pretty important ball game Saturday at 6 o'clock with St. Joseph.
Northern Kentucky's off tonight. They play, who do they play? Indianapolis on Saturday.
Terry Rosinski studying the situation there. And Amy gets 1 out of 2. Rebound, Kelly Brooks, and she's tied up. Good offensive rebound by Kelly, but she brought the ball down to her waist, and Lewis was able to tie the ball up there. Ball put in play to Leakin. Leakin will take it right to the bucket. Now swings it around. There's Hogan from the outside. No good. Rebound fought for. Rich Rath had it, lost it, picks it up, finally gets it over to Hoving. New ball player in there. Oh no, Jackie Wizawati's back in.
Julie Giles in
21.
too.
Julie Giles. I knew someone was new in there. Foul on the Lady Dons. 42 seconds left to go.
Underwood picks up the foul, and it's a three-point shot attempt, so SU gets 3 free throws here.
And she gets that one. Does that give her 16?
Right now, 16 points.
So the Lady Dons have held her so far under her average, and she's only got 42 seconds to tack on more. She came in averaging over 22. She hits on the second one. Robin Scott coming back into the ballgame. So is Don Harbaugh. Kelly Underwood comes out. A lot of people coming in and out right now. As we wind down this one, let's hear from Terry Rosinski again about her expectations on this season.
Well, we obviously have, we want to win the conference. Probably winning the conference is almost a secondary goal. We want to do whatever it takes for us to get back to the national tournament. Whether that means receiving an automatic bid or an at-large bid, we want to do whatever it takes. And you know, we've told the girls that with the scheduling that we have really loaded up our schedule with playing some of the more difficult teams in the country. By the end of the year, we'll have played anywhere from 6 to 8 top 20 teams in the nation. And we hope, obviously, to have a winning record against them. But my hope is that the selection committee, the regional selection committee, and the national selection committee will take into account the fact that we are playing probably one of the most difficult schedules of anyone in our conference, on a par with maybe 1 or 2 others. And we feel that that has got to help not only prepare us for success, but will also earn us some recognition so we can get back to the tournament. And we feel that this time we'll know how to take care of business.
Interesting comments from Coach Rosinski as we have a timeout called with 26 seconds left to go. 70-60, IPFW up by 10. One thing I think that Terry can be very pleased with at this point in the season, she has to be real happy with 15 wins at this point, Steve, but her freshmen on this team, and there are a lot of them, have really got a lot of minutes this year, and that's going to really pay off down the road.
And more of the underclassmen are getting a chance to play and are making quality contributions too.
From about the 5-game mark or 6-game mark, when Terry really made a commitment to play a lot of people, the Lady Dons have really got nothing but better as far as their progress, and a lot of these freshmen are doing a real good job. Free throw missed by Scott. Lewis comes down and sets it up. Eshu will now fire one up from three-point land, and the ball knocked around, and Hogan finally controls it to Harbaugh. Jump pass to Scott. 9 seconds left to go. Scott looking for someone for a three-point bucket, and she's fouled on the play. She was trying to get it to Hogan to give her an opportunity to fire one up, and Robin, who just missed from the line, will be there with 4 seconds left to go in the game.
Interesting stat, no one's hit a three-point basket tonight for either team. The only three-point play basically were the 3 free throws that SU got to hit.
Of course, the Lady Dons really not a three-point shooting team, as Robin connects on the first one. Second one is up and in. 72-60, 4 seconds left to go. SU may have time to get one fire. No, she didn't get it off in time. That's the end of your ball game, as the Lady Dons, after falling behind early in the first half, righted the ship and led by 7 points at halftime, 37-30, and pretty much controlled things in the second half, and win it by the final score over Lewis, 72-60. to improve their overall record to 15-4, 8-2 in the GLVC. Sets up a pretty big ball game on Saturday and another solid performance for the Lady Dons.
Unofficially, Lisa Miller finished the ball game with 25 points. Robin Scott closing in on the career scoring record for IPFW, added 8. She now trails by 35 points. A big game Saturday, and she might tie it then. Shelley Sands with 10. Dawn Dressler, 11 points off the bench for IPFW. Kim Recker added 7. Pam Edwards added 9. Don Harbaugh didn't score tonight, but she put a lot of defensive pressure early in the game on the leading scorer, Krista Eshu for Lewis. Amy Perkins with a free throw, and Kelly Underwood, Kelly Brooks, Michelle Conley, and Amy Hogan didn't score. Krista Eshu with 18 to lead Lewis. Ann Hoving with 10. Jackie Wing with 11. Carrie Ann Wager with 4. Lisa Robinson with 8. She fouled out. Jackie Wizawati with 3. And Renee Kanek with 4 points for the Lewis University team. They fall to 8 and 9 on the year, and that pretty much is the statistical look.
Well, 72-60 our final. The Lady Dons continue their winning streak. Up to 8 games. You see both ball clubs out on the court, Northern Kentucky and the Mastodons, and we'll be bringing that action to you in a little bit as basketball continues tonight on Channel 6. Well, we have a special program called Commitment to Quality coming up between games, and for Steve Brelsford, this is Alan Raby reporting the final score one final time from the multi-purpose building here on the campus of IPFW. The Lady Dons of IPFW 72 and the Lewis University Lady Flyers 60. Good evening. Stay tuned later for more basketball right here on Channel 6.